How's everybody doing? How are we doing, friends? This is your friend Michael Torres, chair of the Coalition with a Purpose Party, the party that wants to work for you and, give you all the power, right? And I say this humbly. But yes, right here I'm just taking a quick moment. As I'm here grinding, trying to make it as you are. I just want to say something, especially to President Trump. I think this is a very easy fix. The only thing that President Trump needs to do is what he needed to do since the beginning and what the American people hire him for. He needs to stimulate the economy. He needs to pass the stimulus checks, and he needs to stimulate the businesses, especially the small businesses. I think the more roundarounds you give around this, the more harder it will be, the more difficult it will be, and the more the economy will suffer. President Trump, listen to me. Listen to me as I speak to you with what we, the American people, want. We need, or at least most of us, right? In case there's someone that might not want it, right? Because we're very diverse as a people. President Trump, the American people need stimulation. We need the stimulus checks. The way the economy needs rescue, the same way that you did it when we had the COVID situation. That's why I'm begging on to you, President Trump, pass the stimulus payments to the American people. At the end of the day, the inflation might not be a product, or like in the fact that this might not even cause inflation that badly, or might not even cause inflation, because the economy is, trending on a deflationary, at least in the fact that eventually demand stop. If people cannot pay their bills, if people cannot afford, their everyday needs, eventually they will cut spending, and the economy will take a hit. And we already see that, on the job numbers, on all the reports that we've been seeing. That's why I'm begging on to you, President Trump. The American people, they need the stimulus. Our economy needs the stimulus. Unleash the might and power, the financial power, right? On the American economy. Rescue the American economy by passing the CARES Act 2.0. Pass stimulus payments for the American people and also for the businesses. And you'll see how the economy will recover. You'll see how the Americans will start spending, they'll investing in the economy, better said, and they'll start paying whatever might not have been paid because of the economy the way it is. That's why I'm begging on to you, Mr. President, pass the CARES Act 2.0, unleash it, and you'll see how the economy gets fixed.